welcome to a zoomed in Alex.
How we like me, zoomed in. Let's go.
Okay, you're right. If you say so. Yeah, we love you. We love a bit of Alex zoomed in.
Mm.
How you doing, mate?
I'm not bad, mate. How are you doing? What's going on?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Got lots going on. Lots going on. Stuck the apartment up for sale again. Officially, advert is out there. I've been
For,
not.
how many times has this happened?
Yeah, this is probably the fourth attempt, let's say. So yeah, I've tried a couple of times to properly sell it, but I've never gotten the full price that I wanted for it, and I was never in. Like, it was never a need to sell. It was like, right, okay, let's try and sell it, and if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah.
And now we're kind of at the point where we still don't need to sell, but we would like somewhere bigger. And yeah, so I'm in the process of sprucing up the apartment. I'm going to spend the weekend trying to do a bit of redecorating and other bits and pieces, throw out a bunch of crap. And then I've just got to decide, do I spend a bit of money to kind of increase the value? You know, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one because I've got a mortgage still left to pay on it. And I would get a decent amount of equity out of it if I sold it. But obviously, the higher I sell it for, the more I end up in terms of equity that I can put into, or sorry, cash that I can put into something else. So, and because both me and my wife are self-employed,
yeah,
we don't have the credit history to go and get a mortgage. So ideally, we want to buy something outright rather than having to get another mortgage, because we wouldn't be seen favorably, unfortunately.
it's so weird how they look at it like, okay, self-employed, but if you're employed, it doesn't really make a difference, because if you've got a contract or if you've got something that is going,
Yeah.
because
Problem
really,
is my wife's self-employed is for a cafe, right? So that's not really a contract. I've got a contract as a contractor, let's say, but they just don't look at you as the same way in terms of security and all that other stuff. So yeah, but lots going on, lots happening. So trying to figure out things like maybe getting the kitchen redone, maybe even just the worktops or something, maybe redoing the floor. It's none of it needs to be done. Like, it's a perfectly good apartment that somebody could walk into and move into tomorrow and happily live there. But yeah, it's something that we've got to try and see whether we can maximize the amount of value that people are going to be prepared to buy for it. So
interesting.
So yeah, so move into another part of the market, the property market instead of the forex market. See if I can get a better return from that than I do from my degenerate trading each week.
Well, you got to put your degeneracy somewhere. You can't hold it.
Exactly.
It's like you can be sensible in other places, but not sensible in some places. It's much better being like that than being degenerate and absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's been an interesting couple of weeks. Been a very interesting week. I literally, because I took a 50k account and started dabbling on a 50k account.
Hang on a second. I want to go back. I want to go back to post last week's episode.
What happened last week? Can't remember. I change every day. Can't remember last week's episode. If you ask me what we talked about last week's episode, no clue. Whatever I said in last week.
After the episode. Yeah. Do you remember what you said to me?
No.
You're such a chameleon. It's like, I'm just going to change my skin. It's just like, I'm just done. You said to me this, like, not this time last week, but you said to me after we'd recorded last week's episode, you went away and you did some more trading, and then you were like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm finished with it. I'm fed up with it. No more trading.
Gold was acting so silly, and
really,
I
it's not
didn't.
like Gold to do that.
was I was acting silly because gold was acting silly, and what happened was gold kind of extended more than I thought it was going to extend,
Mhm. Yeah.
and I didn't put my risk management shoes on.
On a personal account.
Yes, but it's all good. I'm back to fight another day.
Literally, I sat there thinking to myself, "Am I going to convince Alex to not quit trading right now?" Like it was, I genuinely was thinking, "Okay, wow, he's really not a happy bunny right now. He's properly pipped off." Um,
Yeah, the
and then
leverage on gold was
Monday morning
absolutely
comes round,
crazy.
and it's like, what was it you said on Monday? It's like, who's who's in on gold or something? It's like, I was like, wow,
Yeah.
Alex has had a good weekend. He's managed to get himself over his disappointment from Friday, and he's back in, no problem.
Well, the footsie just was having insane moves. Like
Yeah.
I didn't plan on trading it, but I looked at it and I was like, how can I not trade this? Like it was just so obvious. And it's
I
just like,
just
you know, when you've got in sometimes when you're in the charts, you have this like kind of intuition, like you know what
yeah,
is about to happen. And
yeah,
those are the times where actually some of your best trades are because you kind of got a feeling of what's going because you've seen it so many times. And I
yeah.
just looked at it and I was like, Man, this is too easy." So I was like, "Okay, jumping in," and like I said, went all-time high. I didn't
So you
capitalize on the whole move.
so
Um,
let's just be clear. You saw footsie moving, you looked at it, you thought, "I like the look of that."
no, no, the footsie wasn't moving yet. The
Okay.
footsie, the way that it was moving prior to the London Open
Yeah,
made me believe we were about to shoot up,
yeah,
and just the very, very specific area that we were in and
yeah,
comparing it to what the Asian session did, I was
yeah.
just like, okay, this is great. So for everybody that's listening, basically on that day, the Asian range was around about 1%. Like it
This is
dropped
Monday.
1%.
Yeah. This is like
This
Monday the
was
2nd of
yeah,
February?
this was Monday the 2nd of February. So if you have a look at the Asian range on Monday the 2nd of February, we dropped about 1%. And we dropped really aggressively into the lows of a range, into the lows of the Asian session. So when we Asian session finished, we continued to go low, but we couldn't actually break any lower. And we were at the bottom of a range in a consolidation, accumulation esque macro environment. And for me, I was just like, okay, there's this confluence, that confluence, that. And I was just like, I'm going balls deep. And, well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. This time I won. I won. This time, this time I won. The week before, I lost my ass on gold. So, it averages it out and it's balanced.
So it's a 50-50 time cost.
Basically, sometimes you lose
So
your ass,
hang
sometimes you make everything back and some.
so so just to be clear, you looked at footsie, and did you then decide, "Right, I really like the look of this. I'm gonna go and get myself a new 50K account"?
Yeah. Well, passed it in one trade.
I just I just
Why,
I
what
just
is funny
I
about
just
it?
I don't know, because it's just, if everyone had seen you on Friday afternoon when I spoke to you, it was like literally
Do you know why? Do you
you
know
were
why?
so
I
despondent.
was so disappointed and annoyed because I already made so much up
Yeah.
on that on that trade. Like
That it was the most pipped off I've ever seen you.
because it wasn't the fact that it was a lot of money lost. It was the fact
Yeah.
that the progression made and the way it was traded was really good. Why now? Why at the end of it
Yeah.
mess it up?
Yeah.
Because
Because you were
you
up
didn't
something
think
stupid. You were up
yeah,
like 200% or something.
yeah. And I was getting greedy. I got greedy, and instead of just calling it a day, I decided to keep going. And eventually, there's only so much luck you can have
Yeah.
in trading. There is a little bit of luck in there. You don't get movers like that on gold all the time. And sometimes, if you're in the right position, and it was volatile, it was so volatile. And I just got the I got the added a little bit too much on the lot size. The lot size wasn't that big. What was big was the moves. You were
Yeah,
having 100 pips or 100 points in
yeah.
minutes. It was ridiculous. And um it was my own fault, but made it all back on the footsie, and very happy with the footsie at the moment.
Somebody
So
who really is like it's a number of times I've spoken to you like, oh, the UK is such a terrible waste.
it
You
is.
absolutely love the footsie these days. You absolutely love the footsie. It's like if for somebody that's so down on the UK, you're going to end up being the one person that props up the footsie by trading it so much.
Yeah, with my my simulated funds. Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, it's the FTSE at the moment is at all-time highs. It's just at a massive FTSE is very, very technical. Like
It is.
obviously, if you have a look at some of the different plans that the UK are bringing in, it just really, really bullish for the FTSE, because now on all of the ISAs and all of the different products that they've got for pensions and savings for people in the UK, a portion of that has to go into the UK equities market.
Yeah.
That they're made to. I think it's something silly like 30% has to go into
Yeah.
UK equities.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's already very, very bullish for the index. And if you have a look at the technicals, it really likes zones, break retests, continuations, can be a bit choppy. But if you get the timing right, and it really takes a lot of people out, you could get some really fast
What are you
movers.
are you trading it at specific times of the day? Are you trading it all times of the day, or how are you
Well,
looking at it?
the most volatile time where you really see the movement, UK Open, obviously. So UK Open, setting the price sets up really Asian range. See what the Asian range is doing, and then if it's in a particular zone, I wait for the Open and then just get in straight after the Open, or I'll position myself just before the Open, and that's it. And then the trade will have hit around, you know, midday ish.
Yeah.
Because mostly all I'm trading as well is just the two ends of the Asian range,
Mhm.
mostly. But I miss out on all of these equity plays or all of these index plays. You miss out on some runners. So I've just
Yeah.
been playing around with a little bit of trailing stops and things like that,
Nice.
which is different. Uh, yep. What about you?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I've been dipping in and out of some algo trading. So I think did I tell you about Quant Crawler? I think I told you about Quant Crawler.
Yes, you did indeed.
So there's this guy on YouTube called Aaron something, Aaron Automate with Aaron, or Aaron Automates or something on YouTube, and he basically started building his own like AI assessor. You'd upload a chart and the AI will kind of assess it for you and give you key levels and what have you, all this sort of stuff. And then he went away and created his own indicator that fires off trade ideas based on like 9 different confluences, and it's a day trading indicator. So it's
Mm.
either like the 5 minute or the 15 minute. And then he went away and he said, right, I'm now going to go and create my own kind of bridge between the indicator on TradingView
Yeah.
and people's trading platforms. So he's predominantly a futures trader, but he's done it for futures, he's done it for crypto, he's done it for forex, and you can hook it up to everything except for MT5, unfortunately.
Mm.
But I know that he's working on that.
Yeah.
Just been playing around with that this week. I've got a little black bull £100 personal account that I've got hooked up to it just to try and test it because he's only released it into beta version for the time being. So yeah, just been playing around with that, playing around with a few other bits and pieces. There's been lots going on with AI this week with
Open
um
claw.
yeah, OpenClaw, Anthropic have just released Opus 4.5 or 4.6 or something, literally yesterday or today.
Which
So
does What
It's another level up. I haven't read the details on it, but I think it's got a bigger context window as well. So for coding and things like that, it's even more powerful. So it's just becoming more and more easy to go away and just build something, and automate something. So yeah, so no, it's been an interesting week. Haven't really traded at all, like manually. I did the other day, just silly. I was having a bad day, and whenever it was Tuesday or something, I had a bad morning with the kids, where I lost my cool because my kids got angry at me. I got angry at them, and it was just ended up becoming a shouting match, which I wasn't very happy about. And I took my frustration out on the markets, and the markets were like, "You're not going to take any frustration out on us. Watch this." It's just
boom.
boom, blew an account straight away. So yeah, thankfully it was like a $20 account, so it was hardly anything to cry about or anything. But
Yep.
but yeah, so that was
Why is it that when we feel a type of way,
mm,
we tend to try and get that feeling or thing from the into the charts?
I think isn't it a bit like just trying to. I think there's an element of just trying to forget about whatever else is on your mind. It's like just focus on the charts, right? The charts don't shout at you, right? The charts are just there, right? Um, so I do think there's an element of, right, let me try and see if I can beat this challenge, if I can, you know, get a good outcome, a good result from something, right? But it's also that dopamine hit. Let's be honest. When we're feeling crappy and we're feeling like, oh, I've had a crap
Mm.
day. There's nothing quite like a nice big win on a trade. You know, seeing some
Or
nice
a nice
wins
big loss.
or a nice big loss.
It's the
You know,
same. It's the same thing.
yeah, yeah,
Mentally, like biologically, sorry, it's the same thing.
yeah,
Mentally, obviously,
yeah,
it's a little bit different, but biologically, it's the same thing
yeah.
that's going on in our bodies. Is when we either lose or
Yeah.
we win, and that's why even when you're losing, it there's an addictive part of it.
No, there is absolutely. There really is. I'm kind of immune to it. Like when I hit a loss, I'm like, okay, move on. You know, my problem is that I don't.
When you're winning.
I yeah. When I'm winning, I don't stop, and when I'm losing, I don't stop.
Okay.
I just keep going. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
I just kind of end up in this kind of vicious rotation of, right, let's just keep going, keep going, keep
Yeah,
going,
this
keep going. Um,
perpetual kind of trading
yeah,
loop.
perpetual, like, let me go, let me just trade. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here we go. Here we go. And that's where trading the 1 minute, or anywhere on the lower time frames, like when you said to me the 30 seconds yesterday, I was like, Alex, seriously.
I was not
Um,
joking with that. I
I know
was
you weren't. I know
I
you
was
weren't. And I
not
went and looked at it, and I blew an account within about 15 minutes. I was like, okay, right, let's just go full leverage on this. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I was up, and then I was down very, very, very quickly. But
Yeah,
the problem is
you gotta be
with with the
yeah.
lower time frames, you've still got to keep an eye on the higher time frames.
Yeah,
You've still got to keep aware of the higher time frames. And
yeah.
my mistake is that when I'm trading and I'm doing other stuff at the same time, and I've got to just be better at setting out my charts to say, right, have the 1 minute there and watch it, but have the other stuff open. Don't try and click between them,
Yeah.
because you forget, or you get so engrossed in the 1 minute, you know.
Mm.
So part of me is even, I don't really know if it's necessary. I think it's good enough just to have it on MT5. But just have a couple of MT5 terminals with just different chart time
You
frames
don't
on
have
it.
to have too many, you can just do windows, bro.
No, I know, but yeah, what I mean
Yeah.
is that,
Just different, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, just have the different windows, um, and just so I can see the context and go, yeah, okay, all right,
The
because
reason
my go on,
sorry, I cut you off.
no, go on.
The reason I said the 30-second chart is because there's a certain firm that had spreads that were silly
They were
tight.
very they were
They
ridiculously
were.
tight on gold.
It was
Given
like
given the market conditions on
it
gold
was
right
the
now.
market conditions. It was 15 points,
Yeah,
which was $1.50,
yeah,
which on a 30-second chart was.
yeah,
So you could get into a trade on a 30-second chart and you'd be up when you
yeah,
actually pressed the button.
yeah,
And I was just this is insane. Like
yeah.
this is insane. And
Yeah.
I was like, I was testing some things out,
Mm.
and the money that was made was silly. So I had to raise a big warning
Mm.
that that this is a problem. This is a big problem.
Yeah, yeah.
You
This
shouldn't.
this
You
this
shouldn't.
could
You
bite
shouldn't.
prop
You
firms.
shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't have the option to have such leverage on a 30-second chart. Well, such leverage on gold with
Yeah,
spread that is pretty much
yeah.
non-existent
And in
on
that
an
kind of
asset that is moving hundreds
yeah,
of pips a day, hundreds of points a day
at the moment.
at the moment.
It's
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, like Top Step and I think Apex on the future side, they've both limited the
they've
number of
stopped.
contracts that you can open on
They've
gold.
stopped it. They've closed it. They've stopped.
Who?
Apex have stopped.
They've
Stopped.
stopped metals.
No, yeah, you can't trade at
Uh,
the moment. They've paused it. You can't trade them.
wow. Because I noticed on Top Step they've reduced the amount of contracts you can trade. I didn't realize that Apex had stopped it altogether. Um, but yeah, because firms are they're just being rinsed. They're being absolutely rinsed because people are just riding the wave. They just get in and they just ride it and watch it fly. And because they're going full tilt and they're just going in all leverage that they possibly can. Like your guy who was like up 70% or something on his 100K
Yeah,
account.
80%.
Wild.
Which when you have a look at the conditions,
Yeah.
if anybody's watching this, yeah, the firm that I was talking about was Funding Rock. When you have a look at the conditions and you just get in instantly, you're up. Like, so let's say price was moving, you could get in with 10 lots and instantly be up $1,000. That's not supposed to be. You're not. That's not supposed to be like that.
But, prop firms, there are many reputable prop firms, there are many not so reputable prop firms. But a prop firm, whether they're reputable or not, are not going to simply just give you money,
You,
right?
you
That's not how it
it's not
works.
no, but it's not realistic. It's not something
Yeah,
that the market couldn't give you,
exactly, exactly.
and that's why simulated evaluations, they have to stick to real market conditions, because if you
Yeah,
want to take a trader and you actually want to monetize on his in his order flow,
and
you
put them into
can't
market on their
actually
own book.
yeah
Yeah,
you can't actually do that, because the way that they may be trading on simulation is very different to how the market, like let's say on a real market. And do you know, I'll tell you what, Darwin X or some of these other like different kind of places have more realistic
mhm,
market execution.
yeah,
And if you have to pay spread,
yeah,
you can't have non-existent spread.
yeah.
So
Right, exactly. So yeah, well, this will be going out next Friday. So today's the 6th of February. So it'll be going out on the 13th, Friday the 13th. So by then, it's highly likely that the spreads will be more normalized by then, I suspect.
yeah, and
Um,
if not, well, everybody go to Funding Rock.
Use Alex's promo codes.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
yeah.
Um,
So
but yeah, no, it's yeah. I mean, the markets right now are just insane. Like the moves that we've been
to be
seeing for the
fair,
past week on gold
yeah,
are just ridiculous.
crypto's a bit insane.
Crypto has literally, the fear in crypto right now is very very high. I would say, you know,
Yeah, we had.
the the way that some people are offloading is just mental. And
Yeah,
I suspect it's a lot of retailers.
Yeah, forced liquidations.
Yeah.
People are scared, but
I mean, Bitcoin today is up 5%.
yeah, but it was down
No,
20%
I know.
over last week.
Yeah, no, I know.
You know?
But what I'm saying is that as much as it can drop, it can also spike just as much.
Yeah, but
Just as
don't forget the thing is when we look at the charts, especially on TradingView, we don't actually get all of the information because we're just looking at a candle. We don't know within this 12% candle on XRP,
yeah,
we don't know if that is all just shorts covering all of their covering their positions and by
yeah,
that having to buy back, which is causing a little bit of a push up.
yeah,
Which if we had like level 2 data and we can see, okay, now price is pushing back up because of all of those shorts are covering, then maybe there's a opportunity to actually get short again with a little bit of a little bit of a retracement. These type of plays, I'm so excited to get back into the crypto market. I'm so excited to get back into the crypto market. It's a bit early to say right now. Actually, it's probably not early to say because this will be out by the no, probably a bit early to say.
Alex is going to start trading crypto again. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
We'll say
And
we'll leave it at that.
there's gonna be so much opportunity for people that trade crypto and like trading crypto, passionate about crypto, to
Yeah,
be able to trade this the way that CFD and futures are gonna be trading. It is the next biggest opportunity in prop.
yeah. So
Biggest
if you want to know
opportunity in
what,
prop.
if you want to know what that is, right? We can't tell you today, right? But you've got to subscribe, you got to follow, you got to do all the lovely bits and pieces, right? On whatever platform you're watching us on, and you got to keep watching because is it fair to say that this is where people will hear it first? Like, will we get a
Yeah.
pipped off exclusive of what's
We'll
coming in the
get we'll
crypto
get
space?
we'll get some crypto, we'll get some we'll get some exclusive shit.
Yeah. So there you go. So if you want to know what Alex is on about, it's all very cryptic. Hence why he's talking about crypto.
Yep.
Then you gotta tune in.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's some really exciting stuff coming into crypto. Memdex, by the way, Memdex is. I'm telling you, I've been sitting on my bag waiting
Yeah.
for a year. The phoenix is rising from the ashes. I'm telling you, Memdex
Let's
is.
have a
It's
look
not
at
going to be.
Memdex.
No, no, don't look at Memdex. Don't because you might not even be able to get it on TradingView because it was delisted. I think
Shit. Oh fuck.
it's still on Dex Screener though, so
Oh yeah,
you can
just
find it
where
there.
all of the worst coins, all of
Yeah,
the. But
look,
no, a lot of the biggest opportunities come from those
yeah.
coins that are in dexes and then get put on centralized exchanges
So
afterwards.
so Memdex is going to NearCon. They're going to NearCon in end of February, I think, so in like
Mhm.
2 weeks. And they are speaking to some pretty heavy hitters in the crypto space. So the concept that everyone bought into when it was first launched is still there, and they're still building it. But they're doing it properly, so they're getting properly audited. They're getting properly, proper devs in. They've got a proper legal team. So they've been very, very quiet in terms of what they're doing because from a financial legal standpoint, if you start trying to say, "Oh, invest in us, invest in us, invest in us," you leave yourself legally exposed. So what they've been doing is they've just been saying, "Look, we're grinding away, we're doing this," and they're just building a community. And so there's a lot of people that bought into the whole concept a year ago, including myself, who have just held their bag and just said, right, well, okay, look, community took it over from the guy that basically tried to shaft everyone. Everyone really liked the idea of what it was meant to be. So a bunch of like admins who ran the community chat basically turned around and said, right, well, we're going to take it and we're going to make it actually happen because we were sold this thing and we believe in the concept and the idea. So they spoke to the original developer who had been brought in originally to with the concept to kind of just make it look like it was possible. And they spoke to him, and he said, no, it is definitely doable. It's just the way the guy wanted to do it. He didn't care about that. He just wanted to make a quick buck, and sell off when enough people had bought into it.
Mm.
So yeah, no, we had pretty much a double return or even a triple return in the last couple of weeks, where all-time lows, have been kind of not all-time lows. We haven't reached zero or anything, but more and more people are buying in. Some people have been buying very, very big bags as well. So yeah, and the community's still active. They're still chatting away. So I'm not going to say that it's going to be, oh my god, it's the next big thing, but it's something I'm still quietly hopeful on. Quietly hopeful there'd be a nice, pleasant surprise if it came to fruition. So,
There's a lot of
so we'll see.
opportunity in crypto, and
Mm,
in a bear market, which we can start to say we're in a bear market in crypto,
yeah,
is the time to really hone in on your skills.
yeah,
It's like the winter for bodybuilding.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is where you hone in your skills.
yeah,
You don't hone it in, when everything's in a bull market. Bull market is game time.
yeah.
Bull market is when you know what you're doing and you're
Mm,
taking advantage of all of the inefficiencies.
exactly.
Bear market is when you're building and
Yeah.
you're building your bags and mate, you can tell how excited I am.
You're going back to
Cons-
your roots, basically. You know,
Basically.
you're going to be working on stuff that's really close to your roots and where you kind of first got into trading, wasn't it, with
Yep,
crypto?
exactly.
So yeah,
Have we
he's
got any confessions?
of course we've got confession. Of
Oh,
course we've got confession.
I like a good confession, me.
Let's see, what have we got? We got one that was submitted just 2 hours ago. Let's see. Um, I made a lot of money trading, but it turned me into a terrible person. I was too stressed, and my wife hated me when I was trading. She was literally on the verge of leaving me because of the person I became when I was trading. I have a normal 9 to 5 job now, and while it doesn't make as much money, I'm nowhere near as stressed as I was, and I saved my marriage. I'll always miss trading, but it just wasn't worth it for me. Fair play
Hmm.
to the guy. Fair play.
Nah.
Look, you know, fair play to the guy for being honest and confessing it. Um, each to their own. Let's be honest. One thing
What's
is clear.
easier to get rid of?
What?
What's easier to find? Your edge or a wife?
I would argue. I would argue your edge is harder to find. No, I genuinely look. We've spoken about this before. Trading is not easy. It is not easy because you've got to overcome yourself, right?
Mm.
So it's not going to be for everybody.
You could be like, let's say, for instance, if your wife don't like you like that right now, find
Mm.
somebody that does like you the way that you are right now. So if you're a stressed person, you got to find somebody who actually likes you like this.
Yeah, but who's going to like you when you're stressed?
Hmm. Yeah, I'm only trolling. I don't
Yeah.
agree with anything that I'm
No,
saying.
exactly. I know. Alex is just trying to help us with clickbait for the shorts,
Yep.
rage bait as they call it. Next one says, I'm a profitable trader and make good money with it, but every time I try to code my strategy or get someone else to, the bot always ends up blowing the trading account. My trading model is pretty mechanical, so I have no idea why or how it keeps doing this. There's got to be some kind of discretion in there. I mean, he says it's pretty mechanical, so that pretty part is the discretionary part,
Yeah,
surely.
I'm pretty profitable.
I'm pretty profitable. No, you're just pretty, Alex. You're just pretty.
I'm a pretty profitable trader.
Pretty boy, Alex.
Mm.
Everyone says not to strategy hop, but I was using the same strategy for 3 years and couldn't get profitable consistently. I've been learning a new one for 6 months and have already gotten funded with multiple payouts. Sometimes it pays to change strategy.
A strategy that's
Yeah,
not a strategy hop.
no, exactly.
That is just cutting
That's a
losses.
commitment. Yeah, that's a commitment to right. 3 years, this isn't working. moving on.
Exactly.
You know, what you've learned in those 3 years has helped you become profitable in those 6 months.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, and you've just. I personally think when it comes to strategy, a lot of it, yeah, obviously a ton of it is all psychological, but a lot of it is about what you can see. Like you always see a long, but you struggle to see shorts,
That's very true.
isn't
Yes.
it? Right.
Yes.
So for you to see a short, you actually have to invert your chart, and then
Yes.
you get confused and you go long instead of going short because you forgot you inverted your chart.
That's happened on a very rare handful of times.
Yeah, sure has. Yeah, okay. We're talking about confessions. Yeah, but
Yeah,
do you see what I
I
mean?
have.
So
I have done that.
to, your eye is trained on a certain way, or you just naturally your brain can spot certain patterns, easier than others.
Yep.
Sometimes it can take you 6 months to realize what the pattern is. Sometimes, like this person, it can take 3 years. Just depends. Um, this guy says, "I'm 22. I've made high six figures from day trading while still living at home with my parents. Not sure what to do anymore. It feels like I've won the game already." I would say go for the seven figures.
Yep.
You got a long life to live, so I'd be trying to get to the next level. There's always another level.
There's always another level.
There's always another
There's
level in trading.
always there's always somebody better than you. There's always another level. There's always another
Yeah,
trade. But this
yeah.
trade, one in front of me right now, is going to be the one that makes me the most money.
What are you looking at?
I'm joking, but XRP.
What are you in?
I'm not in anything.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm not in anything. But I'm looking at what actually happened overnight with Bitcoin. Um,
Here's an interesting one. I grew up in the UK, but have a lot of family in Africa. Once I started to make 3 to 5 grand per month from trading, I moved to Africa and now live here like a king. I miss the UK sometimes, but it was worth it.
yeah, I don't know what you're missing in the UK. Baked beans on toast. I do miss
Baked
a
beans
good
on
bake.
toast,
I do
nice
miss a good
pub
baked
lunch,
beans.
fish and chips.
If anybody doesn't know, baked beans on toast with cheese on the top, Worcestershire sauce. You guys don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, yeah. No,
It is
I
like
can't
it's
argue with that
like
one.
sex in your mouth. Sounds so bad.
There you
That
go.
sounds
If
it is.
if anyone offers that particular culinary delight in their restaurant or cafe or pub or wherever, then you've got a new
Make
name. It's
sure
called.
it's very yeah. You got to have consent. It's very important.
Would you have it with Would you have it with Marmite?
No blasphemy.
Interesting.
I'm not a Marmite type of person. There's two types of people. One person
No,
that
I know.
likes Marmite and another
Yeah,
person that doesn't like Marmite. There's no in between.
yeah.
You'd never meet
No, there
somebody
isn't.
be like, "Oh, this is okay." No.
Yeah. Well,
Do
because
you
it's such
know?
a strong.
Do you know why? Because people don't know. I was never taught how to eat Marmite. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Well, like on toast.
No. How when you eat Marmite,
Yeah.
how much do you put on toast?
Oh, you put like a barely any. You don't put a
Exactly.
ton on. Yeah.
So when you're a little kid and you're like, "Oh, this looks like Nutella,"
Is this how you learn? Is this how you discovered Marmite? Was it
this is
that
how
you
disgusting.
piled up this over your food?
I lapped that stuff on. I put it on. I was like, "This is gonna be the best Marmite sandwich I'm ever gonna have."
And I bet you didn't have it with anything else other than toast.
No, yeah, I just had that, and it was disgusting. It was. I actually probably
Yeah.
cried.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Marmite is supposed to be a little bit spread
it's like a
across.
garnish.
Yes.
It's like a garnish. You have it with toast and cheese and something else. It's like having, like a cheese and pickle sandwich. You know, it's an extra garnish. It's Marmite should be treated like mustard. You don't like pile a ton of mustard onto a sandwich.
No, but oh god. bit of English mustard with some steak.
Oh,
Oh,
we're starting to
oh,
find some stuff that you do like. Oh, there you
oh
go.
no,
It's
I
not
love that. I
horrible
love
then.
it. Marmite. I don't like, but
Yeah,
can't English mustard, horseradish,
true, true.
Latinas.
Um, let's see. Next one. What did you say? Sorry, I missed that.
I was like Latinas. Moroccans.
Uh,
Moroccans.
anyone listening out there, Alex is young, free, and single. Um, send us an email to podcast@pippedoff.com and
Applications for wives. Wife.
applications for wives.
We're only taking
Uh,
2 at a time.
just as long as you're you don't like Marmite, then you're fine. Um, this one's interesting. Copy traded a great trader for like 6 years. Would deposit regularly into the account and turned about 390 grand in overall deposits into 1.6 million. He just announced that he's going to stop the copy trading service and retire, but I don't care. I'm retiring too with this money.
Sick.
Fair play. Fair
Yeah.
play.
Nice. Nice. You don't actually have to be a trader to make money with trading.
That's basically a 4x they've done. They've quadrupled their money. More than quadrupled their money. So
Very
no,
impressive.
fair play. I'm graduating from college in 3 months, and I'm currently trading a strategy that's traded in the first 90 minutes of New York Open. I haven't made enough money from trading to support myself, and the threat of having to get a 9 to 5 job that interferes with New York Open and having to switch strategies completely is the last thing I want to think about. I have an edge that I know by heart, but I don't want to throw it all away and start from scratch to master London. What do I do?
Quit. Just quit.
Don't come to Pipped Off podcast looking for moral support or help here.
Yeah, just
That's
quit.
not what
We're
this is all
dealing with
about.
our own shit. You know?
This isn't actually anybody else's therapy. This is just our
This
therapy.
is the corner where me and Michael complain and
We just deal with our
emotional
own
support for each
difficulties.
other. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, Alex and I have both got 9 to 5s. You know, it's
Yeah. When I say 9 to 5, it's more like 8 to 8.
24/7.
Yeah.
Well, it can be 24/7 sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, depending
I have
on
people sending me messages when I'm like in bed at like 5 a.m. and I'm already having people just send me text messages. Where's my account? Where?
yeah. No, it's a needs must. If you go if you are going to go into trading, if you're thinking about going into trading, don't just go all in, because I've done it. You haven't done it, have you? Like where you've just done purely just trading. I don't think.
No.
No. So I technically did it where I was made redundant. I used my
Well,
1 year runway to try and learn how to trade. And after a year, the money ran out, and it was dire. It was difficult, you know, mortgage, kids to feed, everything else. And thankfully, I've now got myself into a paid position again. That the need to earn money from your trading and to survive, like your only income is trading, that's a really, really high pressure that will not get you profitable. It will just won't, you know. So sorry fella, but if you graduate in college in 3 months, maybe time to get a job. Let's see. Oh, this one sounds like this could be from you, Alex. Or maybe not. Moved from trading the 5 minute chart to the 1 hour chart, and my win rate literally doubled. I've gone from break even to consistently profitable in the last few months, and even hit my first 5-figure month with trading because of it. Literally didn't change anything else, just the time frame I was trading on, and that's it.
yeah, I went from 5 minutes to 30 seconds. Don't you?
I mean, look, you say it all the time to go up a level. It's just the problem is to keep your attention. It's your attention span that you need. You've got to build a routine around it. Like if you're waiting for a 1 hour candle to close, 1 hour candle's just opened. What do
Yeah,
you do for an hour?
for me, honestly, at the moment, it's trading is just becoming trading is becoming just something that I do for a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
And I really actually haven't got the time to be doing it. That's why I prefer the 30-second chart.
In and out, done.
In and out. I'm just like in and out and done. But yeah, it's a bit of a
Those
pattern. It's a
prospective,
bit of a
those.
pattern that in my life, actually.
I was going to say those prospective wives for you are just, they're really
It's,
getting a great sales pitch.
they are they're getting a package deal.
Alex is in and out. He doesn't waste any time.
Don't
In and
really
out,
know.
job done.
Yep.
So, you know, um,
Yeah, can't
I
be
meant
that.
to ask you. A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about how you were drinking caffeine to help your
My
lethargy.
time. Do you know? So yeah, it was just a pure fact. I wasn't eating enough food.
Really?
Well, don't you remember? I've lost a lot of weight. I went on a calorie deficit for 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eventually
And that,
gets to the
and
time. It doesn't matter what is in front of me. When you're in a calorie deficit like I was, nothing could get me going. Get the roller skaters on. The train
uh-huh.
tracks moving.
Yeah.
The fire roaring.
The train
the,
track moving.
the fire the fire roaring. The ball bouncing. Like none of
Yeah.
it. It really. And then I just started eating a little bit of food, and then boom! Now I can't stop thinking about it.
I see. All right. Well, there
So
you go.
yeah, guys, if you're on a calorie deficit and like you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. If you're struggling to put up your tent, eat some food.
Yeah, if your body is surviving, it's not thriving.
Whoa. Oh, I like
Yeah,
that one. Let's clip that up.
Alex Chris. This is what they're gonna say on my deathbed. He was a very interesting guy. Traded many different time frames. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Fuck it, fucked it. Didn't I? My
But
eulogy. That would be my eulogy.
yeah,
If you're
yeah,
not thriving, if you're not surviving, you're thriving.
yeah.
I don't
Or
know
if
what I'm talking
you're
about
not
now.
thriving, you're surviving.
If
I
you're
think
not
is what you want to say.
thriving, you're surviving. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So,
Oh man.
wow, I'm
Um,
got some really good quotes, man.
it is an interesting one because we technically we met thanks to a Discord.
Yep.
I don't get why people think all trading Discord are a scam. I've been a full-time trader for 6 years, started a paid Discord so I could teach others, and all I get are comments calling me a scammer or a course seller. I'm literally doing this to help people, and before people say, why don't you do it for free? It's because I tried that at the start and people didn't value the information or take it seriously because they were given it for free. Fair point. A fair point. The other thing is as well, like I've spoken to a few people about this, who I know have done quality education content. And the other problem is when you do it for free, is people kind of take advantage of your time as an educator. You know, it's a noble cause. Don't get me wrong; it's very noble to want to do it for free and to help other people and everything else. And there are genuinely good educators out there who can trade and who do also educate. But there is also a lot of people that educate because they can't trade, right? They don't have the mental strength or the mental mindset, let's say, to have the proper discipline needed for them to be successful trading. Um, but there is something to be said for when you give something for free, people just want more, and when you're giving it for free, you're basically devaluing your time to some extent.
Yeah.
So yeah, doesn't mean that all the free ones are bad because there are free communities and free groups where they are monetized through other means like affiliate links and broker deals and everything else. And that's how they monetize it. So yeah, but no, not all educators are scammers. I think it's fair to say.
Definitely
Um,
not. Whenever you go to learn something, you have to learn it from somewhere else. You have to like there is an exchange of value when you go to somebody and you get, and like, I really don't get it. When you go after school to
Mm,
learn, and you want to go to be an electrician, you want to be a carpenter, you want to be a plumber, you
yeah,
go and you do an apprentice. You're an
yeah,
apprentice under somebody for a few years. When you get the skills and you're good enough, then you can go on your own. You can be qualified and
yeah.
do that kind of stuff. It's the exact same thing with trading.
Mm,
There's no difference, but there's a
yeah,
difference. Let's say you go to university and you do all the stuff in university. It's actually worse, I think,
yeah,
because
yeah,
they make you pay so much money, but they don't actually, they give you all of these broad topics that are not
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
s- you cannot
You
actually
end up,
use them for something specific. And then you end up
yeah,
in limbo.
you end up in debt trying to learn, unless you're going in to be a lawyer or a doctor or something like that, or an engineer or one of those where you need the actual knowledge to do the job. Fair enough, right? But a lot of the time, people are going into university studying stuff, and then it's totally irrelevant to anything they're going to ever use. And then you come
Communication.
out and it's like, how do you know how to budget your life? How do you know how to, actually increase your wealth or survive or anything else like that? You know? Yeah, no, I completely
Baffling.
agree.
Balmy.
Um, I've got a question for you, Alex. Well, actually, a trader with a confession has got a
Hmm.
question. Got asked the other day if I would take $1 million if it meant that I could never trade again. Not sure what my answer would be, to be honest. What about you guys?
Oh,
$1 million to never trade again.
right now, I'd take the $1 million and I'd invest.
Mm,
That's it. I'll can't trade. Fine, I can't trade. Fine. It's not $1 million right now is
mm,
much better than me doing my ass for the next
true.
couple of years trying to get the $1 million. And
What would you invest it in?
uh definitely definitely your simple funds, your index funds and your things like that. And then probably property.
Still, a lot of people give it a bad rep, but property is still,
Yeah. Property, I
you know,
think done right. I think it's
yeah.
very difficult for where I'm living, but it's places in the UK,
The
BR,
northeast of the UK,
yeah,
the
it's
northeast of the
fantastic.
UK right now, you can
Yeah,
really do very, very well if you invest carefully and wisely, and you can mortgage it out. You can get more,
yeah,
specific mortgages for buy to lets. You can get insurance protection against, vacant properties and all this sort of other stuff. Um, there's there's a lot there's a lot to be said for that.
mm,
And then over the course of 5-10 years, you just grow that portfolio, and away you go.
yeah, yeah,
Problem is, what do you live on in the meantime? That's when there's a problem.
yeah. It's yeah. Nobody really. There's different playbooks, but that's why disc in our industry, discords and things like that, they are good. They give a trader a way of realistically a cash flow. They can start actually like really planning their life. They can plan stuff out. Whereas if a trader is just 100% on the charts, he doesn't know if he's going to make a lot of money or lose money. He doesn't know if he's
Yeah,
going to have a month of losing. He doesn't know if he's going to have a year of losing. Nothing is solid. But when you've got products around trading and you've built this skill up, then you
mm,
can get monthly reoccurring revenue and you can really start planning out your life. I don't think you can really plan out your life properly if you're just trading. I think it's
yeah,
really, really difficult. I'm talking about your average day
yeah, yeah,
traders.
yeah, yeah.
Like if you're
Hundred
planning
percent.
your whole, I've wasted a lot of time just trying to plan just things just around trading. Luckily, I've been
Mm,
able to grow a career around it
mm,
as well. But I really wouldn't want to be just a trader and nothing else. Too much
yeah,
stress, man.
no, 100%. 100%. Um, Talking of being just a day trader. So last year I was doing 30 to 50 grand monthly from day trading with prop firms. Blew all my money on stupid stuff, nice clothes, supercar on finance, crazy parties, and didn't save anything. Went through a bad drawdown the last few months and I've lost all of my funding. Sold a lot of my stuff and I'm working DoorDash so I can save more money to put into prop firm challenges. I'll be back. I mean,
It,
fair play to them for being, determined and whatnot. But
but that's the problem. It's like when you first start getting the money out of props, and I've done this as well. You start just
yeah,
spending it,
yeah,
and if there's one thing that anybody can take from any of the stuff that we talk about is actually plan out what you're going to do with that money. Put some towards getting your accounts, great, but the rest, invest it, put it into place where it's actually going to grow and you're not going to touch it. Because as soon as you get that little bit of taste of success and you start
yeah.
wasting it, you don't know when the drawdown is coming, and that drawdown can affect you. You can affect your mental state like crazy, and you might not be able to bring it back.
I mean, if obviously it's a large amount of money, but let's say you earn yourself, say 25, 50 grand, right, in payouts total. That's a deposit on a property in say the UK that you can then rent out on a buy to let, and that can accumulate value over a period of time for you, and then it just works. You know. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. You've got to have a plan. You've got to have a plan.
I
Um,
I the first bit of money I made on prop, I spunked it away
yeah,
on bullshit. And it's a shame, you know. So any of the younger generation, anybody that is getting into prop, you really want to be putting the money aside and doing something with it, because all the spending and stuff, great memories, but it can go
they're, they're
to
short
better
lived
places, short lived.
if you
Yeah.
haven't got something for the longer term.
Yeah.
We were talking about gold and silver over the last couple of weeks.
Hmm.
I haven't told anyone in my life this, but I remortgaged my house to buy silver. The day I was going to buy it, I had a sudden change of heart and took a short position instead of what ended up being the absolute top. I
Mm.
can now buy my house 3 times over with cash.
Sure. Take some big balls.
That takes serious balls. That takes some serious, serious balls. That was posted on the 2nd of February. I'm really, really curious whether that person has closed that position now. Really curious.
Fuck. On
Should we do one
silver,
more?
anything, yeah. Silver went down 30% from.
Yeah. The percentage value on silver was absolutely bonkers. If you had an account that had decent leverage on silver, you could clean up.
It went down 40% from the highs.
Yeah.
Uh, this is the type of shit that blows
It
things up.
it is but that is very much a coin toss. That is like live or die by the sword, you know? That's like, okay,
That's the thing with working with take profits as well. On things like that, you miss out on so much sometimes. That could be life changing. That's why sometimes maybe it's not good having a take profit.
yeah, but then you look at me and I have my take profits and then I blow my accounts. So,
Yeah,
my take
depends.
profits are always too ambitious, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, last one then. Let's see. I'm a super disciplined day trader. I've been doing it for 5 years full time now and average anywhere from 10 to 30K each month. The trick is that I'm also a degenerate gambler. I never break my rules in trading, but if I want to feel the thrill of risk, I just go to the casino and play blackjack or roulette. Overall, I lose money from the gambling, but it helps me scratch that itch so I can stay disciplined on my trading.
Fair enough. As a guy that knows himself.
That is somebody who's done a lot of self-reflection and inner work, I would say. Um, so yeah. All right, this is the last one. Um, I feel like I wasted my teens and early 20s learning how to trade. I'm profitable now and trade full time, but have no girlfriend or friends in general, really. I feel very lonely after it all, not sure if it was worth it or not. Sounds like this person's been battling for quite some time to get profitable, but
Why is
profitable
L
now.
why is LJ just added me to full margin morons on Discord?
I have no idea.
And now LJ and Void are in a lounge talking. This is some gay shit.
Right. Let me clip
This is
that bit out of the
gay.
podcast.
This is why
Um,
you can leave that in.
oh dear. Oh man. We'll see what LJ's up to. Those of you who don't know LJ, go check out the Fivers live stream. You'll know who we're talking about. Mr. Chris, it is always a pleasure to catch up with these Friday. Make sure you like, subscribe, do the usual stuff. We love doing it. Alex, well, I love doing it. Alex comes along because I nag him.
No, I love doing this. This is my therapy.
This is Alex's therapy. It's my therapy as well. After my therapy that I normally have on a Friday. So
Yeah.
yeah, make sure you join us for the next episode. Otherwise, I'll speak to you guys soon.
Yep. See you later.
Cheers.